Hey guys, welcome back to Hate Addicts with Crafts. And today is going to be a little different video of what I'm used to showing you guys, because it's the new year, it's a new angle, but I'm going to show you how to put a yard of fabric into an 11 by 11 qsnap with a grime guard. So what I do, because my cat loves to help me, is I need a ruler to measure my fabric, the measurement width, which this one's about 40 to 29, my water soluble pen to mark where I'm going to start in that corner, and then some needles to help mark it as well. And hopefully my cat does not get in the way, because she likes to play with my fabric, my string, this. So we're gonna set this aside real quick. Set the qsnap aside again, and I'm not even gonna be able to get this in camera, it's huge. So, and my cat's gonna think it's a toy and yada yada. So, what do? What I first do when I'm starting a project is I take the measuring tape. Hopefully I don't have to do this again, because the child. Do you see this? This is the only angle I can do it, and she is attacking my fabric. Can I do a video, please? Maybe I can do this video, and maybe I can't. So I need my measurements. So I need something with the 40 and the length is 29. So I take my measuring tape and I hold it here. If you have a shorter piece of fabric, this works out a little bit better. So hold it onto the end. And I do this so I roughly make sure I have enough and I didn't cut it wrong. And look, this wasn't cut because it's a yard. And the struggle bus is real. Okay. So we're gonna try and measure this thing out. Alright, so it's about 55, 54 long. And that's okay, because I need a margin border anyway. So if I go by the 3 inches and then count the 40, so in from 3 inch border, that's gonna land me up at 43, I think. Ow! What? My cat is... So I have something that needs to be 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you could cut it. I'm not going to. The margin could be 7 inches on the width, or 7, go to 47. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from the outside, my margin is gonna be 7 inches in. So now that I know that side, then I come to this side and I measure to see how long of a margin I'm going to have over here with the help of my lovely cat. So I need about 30. So 30 is here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6, so I cut that in half and have a 3-inch lengthwise. 3 inches. So 33, 1, 2, 3. So I have the right amount. So going back to the top, whatever side is your top corner, and I'm hoping you guys can see this because I don't know what you can and what you can't see. But since the long way is 7 inches, so we're gonna probably move this over here so you can see. Typically I start in this corner, but I'm gonna start in that corner. But we're gonna go from this corner. So we're gonna go down about 3. So I could go from here or right here, roughly. So this is where my needles come in handy. So we're going down 3. So we're here. But we're going over 7, remember? Because we had a lot of overage. And if you're nervous, you can always go 3 to 3. See what I deal with? So, I could go over 7. I'm probably going to call it safe and go over 5. Because just in case I need extra, I have extra. So if I was starting in the top corner, that is where I would be starting. I could just flip it and do it that way. So here would be my starting point. And if you want, and you have a water soluble pen to remember which one's up, you can write an arrow to be up and like the side to point it this way if you would like. So from this one, I'm going to take my measuring and we're going to measure about 40. Because I think it's like 39 and some inches. So if I'm off by a little bit, like a couple inch, like a few inches or whatever, it's not a big deal. But this is the part. So we measure, what did I say, 40? So about over here. So we're gonna take this yard and go over here. So I took a couple inches off, right? 5, so 7, 8, 9. So I should have 9 on this side, maybe. Yep, since we're starting in this corner, it'd be the same way if you were starting in the other corner. And remember your length, which one's your length and which one's your height. So here's 7. So we're gonna put another needle. My child. Just kidding. So about there. So here would be my top corner right here. And then I'm gonna take my pen wherever that's at, because it's water soluble and I have to wash the words out anyway. I'm just gonna mark where I'm gonna start. And so since I have this, have my fabric, I'll probably put a little arrow saying this is up. My up arrow, so I know my starting corner and the orientation of my fabric. Now, the hard part comes. Okay, you can see that. I just wanted to make sure you could see that. Okay, now you take your grind guard and you take your qsnap. You take the sides off your qsnap. I think I got mine at Hobby Lobby or whatever, so it's a loops and thread, but it still works the same. So, what do? You remove your child. You take your fabric, however you want to do it, however you put it on, whether you have it on like this, or you put it on like this, however you want to do it is fine. But you want to make sure you're starting, whether you have just a needle and you don't want to mark on your fabric, that you have it there. So I'm going to take this, and since this is my starting spot, I kind of want to have it up in the corner here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I took my sewing machine and I did a zigzag because it's going to be a lifetime project. I want to have fabric that's not going to fray on me and end up ruining the project in the end. So I'm kind of trying to figure out this is the hardest part, is trying to get it in a spot where it's not gonna be too far up that you can't stitch on it. And my cat's gonna help me like always. And because she's helping, I might not be able to get this in straight. Okay. So, I don't have that in straight because of the cat. I mean, it doesn't have to be in straight if you don't want it to be, but might as well fix it now, right? That didn't help the process. Maybe I should fix that side. Okay. Now that is way too far up there, but when I fix this down here, I can pull this fabric down, I think. Maybe not. The hard part is just getting the fabric in where you want it to be. And it's especially hard when you have helpers, whether it's children or cats. So that's about, I can work with that. And then when I tighten this down here, it'll pull it down more. So that's the easy part. Easy part. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, how do you get that into that and have it manageable? Right? That's why you're here. So you pull it up. I don't know. I don't like 11 by, I haven't tried 11 by 17, but 11 by 11 seems to be the biggest I will go. I might need to get 11 by 17 just for this project, but holding 11 by 11 is just as big as I'm gonna go. So we're gonna try and make it work. So we have our starting point and it's really taut. So now, what do we do with this fabric? So I'm gonna put the grime guard to the side. I'm gonna take the shortest side. Oh, and you have to stick a sticker. Just, you can take that off. You can put that on your pattern if you want, or you can give it to your cat for a cat toy. So we take the fabric and we're folding it in half, taking the end and folding it to the qsnap. Then we take it again and we fold it. Seems good, but we're gonna fold it one more time so it can lay pretty nice. So we want it to be able to kind of go in the grime guard, right? And then we have this. What do we do with this? So what I do, so this doesn't unfold, I start to put the qsnap on it. The qsnap. But I don't put it all the way on, just enough that it's not gonna unfold what I just did. So, and I'm probably gonna take the needle I have out of here. So I do know this is a long way. Sometimes I get paranoid if I did it right or whatnot, because you won't know till years down. So typically I would fold it, but since there's so much of this, what we're gonna do, because I mean you kind of gotta play with it and figure out what works best for you, and I kind of like to wrap my fabric around to distribute. So I'm kind of just like rolling it, but it's not like unorganized. It's kind of, I had it folded before, and so now I'm kind of just rolling / folding it, rolling. And I don't care if my fabric gets crinkled. It will soften up that way. I'm gonna take this side down, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap. So we kind of roll it in a ball, not in a ball, but kind of roll it so that I know it's gonna fit in the qsnap grime guard area. So once I got that side on, I'm gonna pull this up so it captures it like so. And I like to scrunch. I take it and just scrunch it. And then we have all of this. And then we're gonna take this. And this is an extra wide qsnap that I got from Jan's Stitching Niche, I think. And as you can see, real life struggle. But once you get it in there, you can kind of mess with it and get it fitting kind of where you want it, type of a thing. And then this is gonna overlap with the other one. So we're gonna have this tucked in like that, kind of rolled and tucked over. So some of it's sticking out, So I'm thinking if you typically work on like 11 by 17, you're gonna have no problem getting a yard of fabric in the qsnap because it's gonna be bigger. But my starting point is up here because you can't see the arrow. But I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get, and I really hope this helped you. I know I showed a couple people on Virtual Stitchers how I get my large projects into my qsnaps, because I travel with my qsnaps and my HAEDs. So I mean, it's a little bulky, but as time comes, it'll soften up. Some of it's still sticking out, so it's not perfect, but it's enough that it's gonna tame the project for now. Hopefully this helps. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!